We're going to take a look at some of the footage with some commentary from the lead level designer of the game.
Yeah, Pete Collier, level designer. So here you've got one of the villains in the game is it's a super yacht, and it's James Bond's job to go and track him down. So one of the things you just saw then was Bond doing a takedown. One of the things we've really tried to do with the game was encourage the player to play in a very, very physical way. So design-wise, the takedown system you can see here earns you a focus aim whenever you do a takedown, and you can earn up to 3 of those. And the focus aim enables you to do a one-shot instant kill on one of the enemies. So everything that we're doing is just encouraging players to get out of cover and keep moving forward. So this is a tutorial level in the game, so it's a little bit slower paced, but it's introducing all the different controls and elements to the game. And as we go to the ladder through on the front deck, and then we'll show you a little bit of the takedown system and how that works with the focus aim in a bit more detail. So if you wait for the 2 guys to go past here, the line of dialogue, and when you do press X to do a takedown on this guy, we've got about 70 takedown moves in the game, all context sensitive to the environment. And so we've got a bunch of stealth moves and more all-out action moves as well. So when you do a takedown, you earn a focus aim. You can see here you can use them. You can play however you want, really. What we've covered, if the player wants to play in a very stealthy way, they can play in a stealthy way. If they want all-out action, they can go for that or a mix.
And so we just saw him target glowed before he shot it. Was that the one-shot kill?
That's right. That's the focus aim mechanic in use there. You can earn up to 3 of those and chain those together in a sequence such as like that. So it's all about creating a very fluid combat environment for the player. They can very efficiently and very quickly move through encounters. It was one of our intentions to not create a stagnant cover combat game where you might be holding back and cowering in cover, because we realised it would be very un-Bond-like to do that. So we encourage the player to play it in a very fluid way, in a very dynamic way as well.
Yeah.
So what you're about to see here is this Athens level is a good example. It's a good flavour of what the rest of the game's like. It demonstrates the variety of the gameplay that we're going for. So you've got the on-foot sections that seamlessly blend into, for example, here with a boating section where Bond's speedboating through the Athens harbour. Then that will seamlessly blend back to a combat encounter at a yacht club, and then later on you'll get a driving experience. So it's all about creating a very cinematic experience for the player.
All right. And I saw in some of this. Oh, we have something special here.
That's right. That's it's a one-off mechanic there to shoot guys and the enemies in the speedboats for the boating sections.
All right. Now, in some of the cinema scenes I saw, we clearly have Daniel Craig. We also saw a scene involving Judi Dench. Do any of them, do they lend their voices to the game, or?
Absolutely right. Yeah, we had the full support of Eon Productions, who are the Bond license holders. So they gave us full access to Daniel Craig, Dame Judi Dench, Joss Stone, to really deliver that authenticity to the Bond experience. That along with the likes of Lindsay Pugh, who is the costume designer on the Bond films, Ben Cook, who's the stunt coordinator on the films, who helped us mocap a bunch of takedown moves. So as we go through here, it's just we really wanted to create very high-octane driving experiences that really help to punctuate pacing-wise the high-intensity moments in the story. It's probably about 30% driving sections, about 70% on foot.
Okay.
That was kind of intentional thing to keep it a smaller percentage, because if we had driving and high octane all the way through, it would just plateau very, very quickly. So it's very important with a Bond experience to get that pacing right. Bond films have absolutely nailed pacing, so it was very much our intention to deliver on that ourselves as well.
Great.
So here's our man Greco here. Thought Bond was dead in that explosion, but he was wrong.
As they always are.
So in typical Bond fashion, impervious to bullets.
And explosions and
explosions.
STDs, I think is really the most amazing thing.
True. So yeah, it wouldn't be Bond films without lots of explosions.
Oh,
So
I thought you were going to say it wasn't going to be Bond without STDs.
the
I was very concerned.
Well, it's a 12 rating games.
Oh, right. Never mind, kids.
So here's an example here, like we really want to encourage that takedown and that physicality of Bond. So, and get him out of cover. And this is kind of, proof of it. You can really quickly move through environments.
I see that you use very much a what's sometimes called the pop and stop gameplay model. How big of an influence were games like Gears of War and Uncharted on your design ideas?
Gears of War is a fantastic example of cover combat. And one of the things that we've brought from the likes of Gears of War and other games is we wanted to make sure we had a very fluid cover system, so you can very easily switch between cover in the game and round around corners and get out of cover very easily. If we had a very clunky cover system, it wouldn't feel like Bond. It would detract from the experience. So it's very important for us to have a very fluid and very dynamic and easy to use cover system.
I want to point out, I don't know if we have it on camera, but our player, Tom, I've seen the looks of utter joy through some of these explosions he's been going through, these giggles of delight. So I think you're clearly succeeding in creating that feeling for gamers.
It's always nice to see, definitely. Exactly. The more laughs and fun we can get, the better, really.
And so you have a regenerative health model?
That's right, yeah. Health will regenerate just when you're not being fired upon, basically. So you take cover and recuperate your health. Of course, we're on a lower difficulty setting here, so you also get a little bit of aim assist on lower difficulty settings to help the more novice players. But as you get to the more difficult ones, that drops off. Later on in the game, when you complete the game, you also get access to 007 difficulty, which is a really intense, very more in-depth experience. You've really got to use the smartphone device in the game and be very careful about how you approach things.
What is a smartphone device? How is it used? Is it unlocked on the demo?
Not on this particular demo because it's the tutorial level, but the smartphone is very much represents, it's the one device which Bond has, because Daniel Craig's Bond, is very gadget light, doesn't have many gadgets, and this, but the one we do allow is like an augmented reality phone, and it's purely used mainly as an information gathering device to look at player positions, player patrol routes, enemy awareness of the player, weapon pickups, and all kinds of secondary information and pickups that you can scan to flesh out the story a little bit more in the environments as well. So Greco's going to get dragged through by his hair here in a very undignified fashion, and get a race to stop G20 being exploded with a bomb in this truck here. So it's up to Bond to chase it down and stop it from happening.
Where's Bond without a sexy car, right?
Where is Bond without Aston Martins?
Specifically Aston Martins, all right.
So of course, through most of the driving sections in the game, it's mostly Aston Martins that you drive. It's a variety of different Aston Martins. You also get to play
a variety of different Aston Martins.
It's almost wall riding there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
it's the parkour sequence. That's what that was.
Of cars, yeah, exactly. So hopefully you might get a little bit of a feel for like the start of Quantum of Solace or something like that here. We really try to recreate that same intensity of driving sequences that you get in the films. Of course, with Bizarre Creations Racing Heritage, with the likes of Project Gotham Racing and Blur, we really feel like we've delivered on that racing experience for fans.
Now, I see that there's a bit of a slowdown. Are those scripted scenes, or is that
that's right,
based on what happened?
That's right. They're one-off moments that you get just to highlight a specific set piece or something that will occasionally happen, just to make it aware to the player, what's going on.
Oh, you're in trouble. You should turn.
It's very expertly played. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
He's done the job.
He's a professional.
Yeah.
We bring him to 100% of our video game shoots so far.
So there you go. That's a little bit of a flavour of the Bond experience there.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.